Good evening, Dark Lords and Shining Heroes. Welcome to a game that I decided I'd show to you all. It's called Shopkeeper. It's early access, so it's very, very new and actually pretty buggy. Well, I say pretty buggy. There's not a whole lot of bugs other than the fact that the customers get hung up a lot. But basically, what this game does is you play a fantasy shopkeeper and you sell varying apparel. I'm playing in free mode, which basically allows me to customize my own shop. There's also scenario mode, where they'll give you other things. And as you see in the bottom left-hand corner where it says 150%, that's how much I'm selling my particular items for at the time. I just kind of keep it at 150 because 150 seems to be a pretty good standard. And as you sell stuff, you get money, and then you get to buy more stuff, and then sell more stuff, and then buy more stuff. Go figure. But as you sell and buy more stuff, you get more options. Like, this is engineering scrolls. These are engineering books. Some armor plating. Jesus, all my stuff's selling out really quickly. Okay, well, that's easily enough fixed. I'll get to show you guys the purchasing system. You kind of get a little purchasing ledger here, and we'll grab... Actually, I'm not going to grab that shield. I'm going to grab the more expensive one. And we'll grab another... Well... 1, 2, 3. Another one of them. And... 1, 2, 3. And one of those, one of those. Oh, I've overspent my budget. And you see the total down here. Now, there are also, oh, come on. Let me sell it. Oh, never mind. We have sold enough stuff to make that a viable option. Okay, never mind. Normally, you click on the thing in the ledger and that will remove it. And your, treasure chest will drop over here, and that's your shipped goods. And then you can raise and lower that percentage over there. I just keep everything at 50% because it seems to be the best option. At least that's been my experience so far. That's one of the only problems, is the shoes seem to have this weird... They have much wider hitboxes than a lot of the things that you'd put up in this area. So they get picked up pretty easily. Now, it's not all just selling. I also have to sweep to keep up the flooring, and that bar there shows me my shop's appeal. As that bar goes down, people will become less likely to come in and visit my stuff. And, nothing showing it right now. You also have to repair your stuff, because as you put stuff on it, it takes damage. Like that. Now, I am working with a much better hammer because I've been playing through a lot of the scenarios. Because you have to play through the scenarios if you want to unlock a lot of the stuff. Because you basically, when you very first start the game, the only thing you have unlocked is legitimately, like, you have... Actually, you don't have much of anything unlocked, really, when you very first start. I don't think I have any place I can put the swords. Actually, I do have a place I can put the two-handed swords. So we'll grab some of those, too. And... oh. Grab some of those. Actually, grab enough to completely stock up the shelves. Now, I'm not particularly good at my own personal shop. I do pretty good in the scenarios, but I'm still getting used to actually trying to make sure I keep everything stocked, because this one doesn't have the same limitations as the other one does. Because the normal scenarios, basically, they tell you, sell this many of this things, or get this much money, not there. I do like to keep things organized, I guess.
Very pleased.
Ah. Damn it. There we go.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. There we go. Oh. Now we have an event. AKA, I'm being attacked by barbarians. Because apparently as a shopkeeper, you're also kind of a badass. Though I did notice something earlier. I was looking around and they added a bit so that you can see your own character. And I have an arrow in my knee. So apparently in this world, you don't become a guard if you get shot in the knee. You become a shopkeeper. Why I still have the arrow in my knee, I'm not really sure, but, you know, it makes sense in a no it doesn't type of way. Like that. We'll get a helper bot, just because we now have the money to afford it. And still don't think I have any place. Oh yeah. Well, let's buy 2 just for the sake of it. I may not have the place to put it down. Now the problem with having things spread out as far as I do is you do run into this problem where the people are walking everywhere and getting everything freaking filthy. But that is your job to clean it up. Now these bots are very useful in all honesty. This particular one I am going to set to kill shoplifters. Yes, you don't stop shoplifters, you murder them. Now I have several things for doing that, and I haven't really seen that many people actually steal in the free mode. Now in the other mode, they'll steal anything for any apparent reason. Jesus, all my hats are... Let's see. Just order a dozen of them, dozen. I'm saying a dozen. It's actually just short of a dozen. Dozen. AKA, it's 10. Exactly. Grab a dozen of those. And then you just kind of run around and you try to do this for the time being and keep your shop open. You also get taxed every so often. I haven't quite figured out what governs that tax at all. And by at all, I mean legitimately no idea what governs that. Out of my way. That is one of the bugs that I ran into, is if your customers get a little too close to you, their hitboxes are stronger than yours, so you can't shove them out of the way. And you literally just become stuck in place. Okay.
Just what I'm
That down, that down.
Thank you.
Let me out. I need to clean before my next inspection. See that next inspection there? Depending on how poor it is when that goes off, it'll go down and then it'll go back up. But if you ever go below 50%, it like basically closes your shop on you. I haven't actually seen what it does in this mode. If you do it in the campaign mode, you basically lose immediately, which sucks. Wow. Buy all my stuff too quickly. I don't have enough supplies for this. Gold plated. And frickin' a bunch of those too. Buy a box of those. Okay. That'll work. Jesus. Nope. But as it, this bar will slowly go back up. But it is a slow progression up, not a quick one. So, you do have to make sure you get the cleaning underhand really quickly, or else it can bite you really fast. Hats! Hats for everyone! Yeesh. That's expensive. Okay, and do I have any armored ones left? Yes. Oh wow, they raided my potion supplies too. Okay, taxes. Oh, credit. Now I will say, the free mode's barbarians attacks are really not very impressive, because in the campaign mode, there are much more in the way of barbarians. Like, it'll send 4 or 5 of them at a time, and then it'll send a giant one too, and the giant one is a total bamf. Fantastic. Like, it comes bearing its bamf pants. Fantastic. I don't even know what that means. Fantastic. But it's in full-blown bamf mode. Very helpful, young man. Buy my stuff. Oh, and you guys already got all those too. Damn. I do think it's funny. Nobody really wants the... Ha! See that skeleton and those pair of boots there? Someone tried to steal my stuff and the turret shot them right in the face. Now, I want the turret for this because if you pull your weapon out in the store to deal with someone, it will automatically cause everyone in the store to run away, which you wouldn't think's too bad of a problem, but it also causes everyone to go, like, ape wild on theft, and you end up missing a lot of your stuff at the end of it. And so, yeah, I've gotten to this habit where I don't, I like having these bots to shoot the people. That way I don't have to kill them myself, or I'll just say screw it unless it's a really expensive item. Like, if they steal my potions, which are basically only worth about 3 gold a pop, I really couldn't care less. And the potions seem to be the thing that gets stolen the most often. I don't know why, because they're the cheapest thing there. It's one of those things, it doesn't make sense to risk your life to steal the potion. I mean, really, why would you? Good deed. Jeez. I'm just trying to get everything laid out.
Thank you.
I was trying to keep everything nice and organized and everything on the shelves where they belong. But oh no, can't do that because everyone's buying everything I have too quickly. Which I guess as a shopkeeper is the frickin' one problem you really want, but you know what? Doesn't make it less obnoxious. Oh wow, I'm up to a lot of money right now. And you can hit 5, and that shows you which phase you're on. Like, we're getting ready to close here soon, so I'm probably not going to restock everything yet. I'm probably going to try to let everything sell out for this little run-through. Buy shields. And shirts. And metal shoes. And I will clean your feet. and hits things with my hammer of justice. Well, that means it's either closing time, or I'm getting attacked again. But I think it's closing time. This right here is one of the big bugs. There's some type of odd tracking bugs with the AI, causing them to do really weird things like this. Go away. Dude. I have half a mind to pull out my sword and kill him just to speed this up. But I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to do a real Let's Play of this where I go through a whole bunch of the scenarios or something, unless people really have an interest in that. I mean, if you guys want to see some the scenarios, tell me, but the trick is the scenarios can take a very long time. I've spent 2 hours on one of the scenarios once just because there's some bugs which cause the people that are buying them to not have the money necessary to buy them. So you have to end up like waiting till you have a whole bunch of money to buy all that you need, then you crank the prices way down to like 50% of the item's overall cost. So you basically just hemorrhage money on every sale, but it's like the only way to get them to actually buy the stuff. Oh dear lord, I'm just gonna kill you. Really? Really? Well, usually you can kill him. Come on. Well, damn, that kind of sucks. Pay taxes. Okay, well, I haven't ran into one where the guy just doesn't leave outright yet. So this is new to me. But this is Shopkeeper, guys. It is early access, and it is getting better. They've done 3 updates in the past 2 days, so I mean, they are working on it. I say 3 update. They like sent one update out, then they pulled that update back, then they sent another update out to make to correct the other update, and then the last one was just a full-blown update. So yeah, I mean, I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see some of the scenarios or whatnot, let me know. They are much more challenging, and the actual barbarian attacks are a lot more interesting, all in all. But this is Shopkeeper. I do recommend the game. I'd like to see more people buy it to support it, but it is very much early access, so do not expect a good polished game. Expect this. Dweebs getting stuck on air. And arrows in the knee. And your guy being too incompetent to take arrow out of knee. But I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.